Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday to all of you. I hope that you are having a great week. I just wrote the email that's going out tomorrow, midweek. It's hard to believe this is the last of the summer holidays. It has been a hot, brutal summer here in Alaska, and I'm not one that says I'm excited for fall or winter, but maybe this year, at least for some rain here in our state that is experiencing a drought, which is completely like completely foreign to what we typically have. Um, am excited to share with you today. And hey, there's Kristen. Hey, Kristen, thanks for joining us to share with all of you today. Audrey is a student at at Logan, where I went to school, and she is coming to the Women's Chiropractic Leadership Summit. And a couple of things I just wanted to let you know. If you haven't gotten your ticket yet, ticket prices double after September the 15th for the summit and for the VIP Mastermind. So you're definitely going to want to grab your ticket. And there's 𝒘𝒐𝒎𝒆𝒏. She's here in Alaska, and she was at the summit last year. It was kind of fun. We were on the plane together, and then then a luggage got lost, and her beautiful baby was there, and she was so good despite the fact it had been such an unbelievably long day. So at any rate, a couple of things that maybe you don't know about the summit. There's so many cool things happening. So number one, the summit is October the 26th, Saturday, October the 26th at Life University from 8 to 5. On Friday, October the 25th, for boot campers, we have a special VIP dinner that is with all of the speakers as well. Yes, you must be a boot camper to attend that. So if you're not a boot camper yet and want to discuss if you are boot camp material, please hit me up with a Facebook message, and I'll be happy to talk with you about that. Then from 8 to 9 o'clock on October the 25th, just like last year, we had a PALS ceremony. PALS is Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness, and it's Infant Loss and Awareness Month in October. And so we did a candlelight a candlelight ceremony last year. Now Dr. Emily Wynot, she was a student last year, is the one who's heading that up. And the really cool thing is this year it's on her son Patrick's second birthday, would have been his second birthday. He didn't make it. He passed away just before Emily delivered him. And so if you were there last year and you're watching this, you can comment below what a touching ceremony that was, to just be with women from all walks of life and from all across the globe, and sharing our stories of miscarriage or abortion or children that were lost within our families. So that is open to everyone, 8 to 9 p.m. at the Hyatt Regency at Windy Hill on October the 25th, Friday night. And then Saturday all day from 8 to 5 is the summit. As you know, last year, for those who weren't there, I had a huge surprise, and an A-list Hollywood actor, Glenn Morshower, joined us, which was incredible to truly have. He's on The Resident. He was on 24, and actually is the Hollywood actor that has played more military roles than anyone else. And so he spoke for an hour and a half. It was amazing. This year, Mike Michalowicz, who is a best-selling author of Profit First and The Pumpkin Plan and Surge and Toilet Paper Entrepreneur and Clockwork, he is doing the keynote for the summit as well. Then from 6 to 8 is the VIP Mastermind Summit. That is for men and women, and that we're doing a deep dive into practice. So you'll for sure want to grab a ticket to that as well. So I want to say hi if you have joined us. If you throw up a sign like Kristen and Jessica have, I can say hi to you, but if you're just sitting in the audience, I don't know. Jessica was there, like I said, last year, and she just said the summit was amazing. So Audrey, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join me today. I really appreciate it.
Hi, yeah, thank you for having me here.
So tell me, what did you read or what did you learn about the summit that made you go, I got to go to this?
Okay, so I already sort of follow you on Facebook and I've seen you advertise it a little bit before, but there was a specific post that you posted about coming home to your 4-year-old daughter and just not having anything left to give. And that really touched me. So I have a 4-year-old daughter who's at home waiting for me every day when I get home from school, and I just want to give her my best. And so taking that first right step is what's important to me. So I thought coming to this summit and learning how I can prioritize and make sure that I'm showing up for my kids is really important.
Amen to that. If you're a mom watching this and you can hear the choke up in Audrey's voice, give her a little bit of love there. I hear you, girl. And my kids, actually, my oldest son today turns 24, and my daughter is 22, and it chokes you up when you think about lost moments with your kids. And at the summit, we really want to share with you like how to put a stop to those lost moments, but also to be really proud of the fact that your kids can watch you be successful, to really and truly do it all, to have a successful career and have a strong relationship, or marriage, to still be a parent. It's not going to look like everybody, like moms who are stay-at-home moms. And I think that's where a lot of the rub comes in, is we start creating this idea of, well, this is what the perfect mom looks like, and I can't be that, so I suck. Well, that's not true. That's not true at all. And motherhood looks different for every single person, depending on how many kids you have and what's going on in your life. And I was a single mom most of my kids' lives. And so, like what they got was different than a two-parent home. So this will be a time for all of us to celebrate as well the diversity that we have within our homes and raising our children, that there isn't this is the perfect mom. No, like there are lots of different versions of that based on what's really important to you to train your kids. So I'm so proud of you for saying I'm going. My children are worth it, and I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Right? Only my children, but I'm worth it. So you graduate in December.
Yeah. So I'll graduate in December. That's really exciting.
Yeah, that is super exciting. Hey, look at Namarta Paul joined us, and Barbara. Welcome, ladies. Thanks so much. Namarta is in the UK, so it's great to have you from all the way across the water. So let me ask you this: what, as a woman who's preparing to graduate, so you're in Tri 9 now, right? Or did Tri 10 already start for you?
Starting Tri 10 after Labor Day.
After Labor Day. What's like the word on the street, as especially like women who are also moms and in school, concerned about in going into practice?
What's the word on the street about what it's like going into practice?
Or like, what are the concerns right now rumbling around school with moms who are getting ready to graduate here in December?
So, I think a lot of us moms came into this in order to open our own businesses so that we could create the schedule that works for our family. But a lot of us are graduating with a lot of debt, and maybe that's not an opportunity for everybody right off the bat. So then we're discussing associate positions, and then, most associate positions have really high demand of hours. And so sort of how do you balance that work life balance after school? So, I mean, it's been difficult in school, but then you always hear, oh, it's so much harder when you get out.
Yeah. So those will be like great conversations to have, because, we choose our hard.
Right.
Right. We choose, it's kind of like being overweight. That's not easy for anybody. Right. But yet dieting or eating clean and exercising regularly, that's difficult for a lot of people. Right. So we always choose our hard. So I'm super excited at the summit to be able to explore the choices that we make, right? Like what is hard? Like I go into Dr. Jessica's office. She and her husband Ryan are my chiropractors here in Alaska, and Jessica most commonly has her daughter right there with her. And when she was tiny, she wore her and still kept on trucking. And like Dr. Barbara said, take your little ones to practice with you. So for some women, that works. For me, I didn't want to have my children in my practice. And I think exploring and seeing how, like, being able to talk to different women and how they did practice in order to get, like, what is the like, what's the behind the scenes story after you pick the style that you like, right? Like, why didn't I want to have my children in my practice versus why do Barbara and Jessica have theirs? So you'll be able to experience and talk to women who are doing very, very well in practice, and how have they done either one in order to make a sound decision for yourself. And know this is for all of us in practice. Like, life is really long. Life is really, really long. It doesn't go by in a heartbeat, right? Even though it seems like you look back and your kids are now adults, okay, well, we still have adulthood to enjoy with them, right? Like, parenting doesn't stop when they turn 18. And to recognize that what your practice looks like when you first open may not be the same practice that you have in 3, 4, 10 years. It's likely going to change based on the seasons that you're in your life. Um, so when Audrey signed up to come to the summit, we messaged her back and said, hey, like, tell us more about you. And she shared with us that she wanted her mom to be able to come because her mom is perhaps going to be her CA, which all you other women are just like me, like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine how awesome that would be, right? And we immediately hit you back with generosity. What did that say to you about us? What did that say to you even about interactions with me, with the boot camp, and with what you anticipated with the summit?
So I was just really excited to get a response back from you guys. I let you know that financially it was going to be difficult for me to bring myself and my mom, but that was a priority for me. And I was just so excited to hear back from you that you were receptive and interested in helping. Dr. Lori Bentz actually purchased my ticket for me. Which I feel very grateful for. And so I just feel supported and excited to meet everybody.
That's awesome. And the boot campers now, I can't even remember how many tickets have been donated. Just like so incredibly generous. These women step up, they step up, and they step up. And we really and truly, if you're watching today and you struggle with an abundance mindset, I'm telling you, being bathed at the summit with an abundance mindset, and not just in talk, but in energy, in love, in ideas, in help, in support, that's what you're going to experience. Like, I'm looking at the boot campers that are with us right now. Dr. Melinda Madsen, amazing. Dr. Ronan Mendy, he's in Israel. So Ronan and I have coached together since 2006. Ronan, I think 2006, 13 years. And like, that dude, his heart, like, fills this gigantic state of Alaska. Amazing, amazing. Dr. Robin Ellsworth, just unbelievable individuals that I'm super proud to be a part of and to have created this tribe that everyone's together. So Audrey, let me ask you this. What do you have to say to the female student who's like sitting on the sidelines going, oh, but it's so busy with school, and it's all the way to Atlanta, and coming up like with all of these millions of excuses concerning her attendance at the summit?
Well, I know for me, it was all about prioritizing and all about thinking about the future. I want to learn what I can from you successful female doctors now while I'm a student before I go out there and I start my stuff. So I would just encourage anybody who's wondering or thinking about going to just reach out and try to make it happen, because your time as a student is short. It feels like it will be long, but here I am entering my 10th trimester and about to graduate. It's crazy. But it's also exciting. And I think that as women, we have to run our businesses differently because we have to fill many roles. And I'm really excited to learn and hear that, because I do get a lot of information from my male professors whom I love and male clinicians, but I think that they can work in a different way than we can. And so I just don't want us ladies to set ourselves up for disappointment by trying to work like that when we could get together with women and really learn from each other.
Yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly, and it is. That's one of the things that I talk about in the advertising for the summit. Is it's different. Like, watch a man put on a diaper versus a woman. Like, we don't do things the same, and it's not that one is better than the other. That's not what I'm suggesting whatsoever. I'm just simply saying, because we're different, let's have the playbook from moms for moms, right? Like, why should we all have to reinvent the wheel? And typically, most moms don't have somebody at home who's running their home while they're in the office, right? And yet we would like to have that. So how do you do it? So the Women's Chiropractic Summit is moms coming together to help moms. And if you're not a mom, you're still welcome there. You don't have to be like broken, busted up in order to enjoy the summit. There are many of us that run $1 million businesses that will be at the summit, that we want to give back, that we want to share. And part of the reason that we're successful is that we're always learning. Always, 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 always learning. If I'm at a seminar, you're going to find me in the front row, because there's something I can learn. There's something that I share, even if it's only the energy to give to the speaker that day. I know, because I'm a speaker, I know what that's like. And so I just encourage you, if you've been on the fence, if you don't even really know what we're talking about, click on the link below and join us at the Women's Chiropractic Leadership Summit, where I'm even catering in lunch. So we just stay together. We stay in a container that no woman feels like she's alone. I know at a lot of seminars, it's lunchtime, and that's a time that people feel really lonely because they don't have someone to go to lunch with. And so, like last year at the summit, I catered in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And this year it just isn't going to work out that way based on logistics and the size that we're anticipating. So this year, though, lunch is catered in. So you don't even have to worry about that. It's all going to be taken care of for you. And we've got a really cool swag bag coming your way for all participants. So you're not going to leave with a bag with a bunch of papers and a bunch of flyers. You're going to leave with like really cool goodies that you get to take home and use. So Audrey, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you go to Logan, please hit up Audrey and ask her about logistics. Like maybe you guys can all come down together. We do have a block rate at the Hyatt Regency. It's $7 for a double queen room. So like, so cheap. And there's always lots going on. So I encourage all of you, join us at the Women's Chiropractic Leadership Summit, October the 26th at Life University. And Audrey, thank you very much. I appreciate you being with me today.
Having me here today.
You're welcome. Have a great day, everyone. God bless you. See ya.
Bye.